What's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new video. As you can see, I'm currently in a co-working space, so I can't speak that loud, but it's already week 5 of Project 365, and that means that the first month is officially over. And what that means is that we are doing the monthly reflection. So this weekend I'm not doing anything for work, so it's Saturday and Sunday I will be doing the reflection. And it's a part of the whole program. It's a principle of Project 365. We created this journal, this tool, and it makes you answer a couple of questions that will show you like, okay, what are the things you did well, what didn't work, are you on track on your goals, and basically to make a plan for the next month. So that's what we're doing this weekend. I already got some pretty crazy insights, and in this video I'm going to take you guys with me on that. Yeah, just show you a weekend in the life of me living out here in Cape Town. So if you're excited for that, keep watching, and yeah, let's go.
It's just the way I feel. Mine's been racing so long.
So this is the new work spot. You have a pool here and inside working area, so it's pretty nice. And as I said, it's Saturday today, and I just want to discuss in this video like the biggest insights I got from the last month. And I said it in the last video. Oftentimes we just think too small, right? I was just thinking like, okay, how can I even deliver more value? Because that's what I want to do. I actually want to make an impact in the lives of people who watch these videos, for the people inside of the community. And in the last years, I worked with coaches and consultants, and we scaled them with the agency. And I just saw too many people who were doing it for their own benefits, like their own wallet, instead of actually helping people. And they were like charging so much money, insanely, like thousands of euros. So with that knowledge and almost a trauma, I went to the other extreme. So I built something extremely valuable, Project 365. If you apply everything in the community, man, you are going to change your life. But I made it for free, because I honestly wanted to help people. But I also know if you make something free, the commitment of the person who takes it is way less. Let's say if you pay 5K for something, only the payment is a commitment already. So you are going to put in the work, because otherwise you would think like, why did I pay 5K? But that same program or same course, if you would give it for free, then most people won't even watch it. So this made me think like, how can I create a community that is paid, but even over delivers so much value, but still something I actually can build, something like a real company I can create. So for now I see Project 365 is like for the beginner people. So if you want to chase your goals and you want to achieve something in your life, Project 365 is the perfect spot to begin. But currently I'm working on a program which will be premium for people who are already making some money and want to surround themselves with people who are doing the same, because that was my biggest pain point when I was younger. I didn't have anyone to connect with. So that's what I'm building right now, a community for people who actually want to change their lives, financially, physically, in their relationships, like just a place where you go to and grow and learn. The same as Project 365, but see Project 365 as the 0 to 1, and the premium community will be 1 to 10. And it's going to be next level. So if you see this, I recommend you joining Project 365, because then you get a taste of what it is to surround yourself by those people. And the value in there is so crazy. For just $10 per month, it's honestly insane. But yeah, that was my biggest insight. So if you can get anything from this, is see what you're currently doing and ask yourself, am I thinking too small? Like, how can I even do bigger things? Like, what if I created a goal that was 10x the goal that I'm currently having? Like, what things do I need to do in order to achieve that? So yeah, the challenge for you. Ask yourself that question. How can I do even bigger? How can I go 10x?
All right, good morning, guys. Today is Sunday and another day for reflection. So this weekend we really take to reflect, and I did this way too less in last year, and I just see the power, like stand still, see what already happens, what worked, what didn't work, and then just make the plan for the next month. So we are going to take a coffee first. I can train today, which is going against the principles of Project 365 because we need to train every day. But tomorrow I have a blood panel. So what I do every 6 months, I test my blood, see like how all the markers are. And based on that, we make my program, fitness program, diet and everything. So tomorrow, 8 a.m., they will be getting my blood, will be go to the lab, and then my performance coach group is going to analyze my blood and see what program I need to have. So that means no working out today, 12 hours before the test, no food. So let's do it. Let's get this day started.
You say, let it breathe, but this pain of my heart can't let it.
Alright, so the second insight I got from this first month is the last 2 years I've been so fixated on goals, like setting the goals, trying to achieve them. But I just question myself, like, is goal setting just a hype or does it really work? As I said in the first point, I think it really works if you almost like set impossible goals, because that make you think in a way that you're currently not doing, right? So let's say you want to do 10K per month. What do you have to do if that needs to be like 100? What are the actions you need to take? And that brings me to the most important point, and that is, I don't think it's about goals, because goals are super reliant on external circumstances. You cannot predict anything, but what you can predict is your own actions. So let's say you set a goal and you think to achieve that goal, you need to do these certain actions, and then you commit yourself on the action. And that's something you always can do, because then it just comes down to your integrity. If you say, I'm going to do this, and you don't do it, then it's all on you, right? So in my opinion, goals alone are nothing, literally. But if you set a goal, make a plan, like what are the actionable steps to take in order to get to that goal? And along the way, you iterate and you pivot, you see what works, you see what doesn't work. And that's also exactly how we created the tools inside of the dashboard. Every day you sit down with yourself, okay, what are the things I need to do to get closer to my goal? And what are the things that worked for me and what were the things that didn't work for me? So yeah, that was a big insight this month. It's not all about the goal. It's about what are the actions you put against it. Like, what are the things you are going to do? Currently working on, let me show you, on the new thumbnail designs of the next vlog. Also a big lesson for me. I do literally everything myself. So that's something I need to do more often. Like, I need to delegate more. But every time I do it, I think like, bro, why am I doing this? I can do it way better. But I just need to be patient and I need to trust the process, and I know it. That's literally my biggest downfall. Like, me not trusting other people doing the shit I know I can do better right now. I did it with the creative team and they are killing it. Like, the videos, the edits, it's crazy. They are doing a great job. But I need to find people who are completely bought in a vision and who are great at what they do. But it's a process, man. Yesterday I was speaking to one of my friends and I said, like, you just need to pretend that you cannot do it. So what would you do if you can do it? So let's say I need to make a thumbnail. Okay, I can do it, so I need to find someone. So I need to be very clear in my briefing and show them, okay, this is what I want. But here I am, making thumbnails again. Yeah. So I was recording, and on this thing you have a little magnet, and now it's stuck on the table. So what was the biggest lesson you learned in the first month of the year? Keep it here.
Okay. I think we did like 1 week of waking up at 5 a.m. which was really early, but at the same time it showed me that I can do my client work in a very short amount of time if I really put my focus in that. So, and then I have more free time to do my own stuff. So sometimes it looks like I don't have any time left, but if you structure things really well, it will show you that you actually have time. You just need to know when to do.
So that means that you want to wake up at 5?
No, I think doesn't really matter what time you wake up, but for me it worked well to wake up early. So like start working around 7, then work for about 3-4 hours for clients, don't do anything else, just see the task, execute the task, see next task, execute next task. So I think that really helped me to like get things done. And your biggest insight or lesson?
So I already shared 2. Let's take the third one, and I wrote it down, so let me take my phone. So the first lesson was we think too small in default mode, so we need to think bigger.
Yeah.
Because if you think bigger, we do bigger things. The second one is, if you are too fixated on a goal, you lose sight of the things you need to do. So better commit yourself on the things that actually move the needle than focused on like just a number. Lesson 3 I keep for later in this video because it's technical. So if you want to know what I mean, then you need to keep watching. 4 is, I always feel unproductive when I'm not behind my laptop, but sometimes it's the most productive thing for me to do, because last Friday I was at the mastermind and it got me so many insights I can now implement in my business, which will literally 10x my output without me actually doing way more work. And if I would have stayed behind my laptop, then maybe I would have done some work, but I would never ever have gotten the insights I got from being 6 hours away from my laptop with a group of people who are extremely successful. So my insight was, I don't need to connect productivity to laptop work, but just me doing something that will contribute to achieving my goal. And that could also be going to a dinner, for example, with people with people who could possibly have an impact on my business as well, or spark an idea. Yeah, I think for people who are just starting out, laptop work is the way to go, because you just need to grind and hustle. But if you're a little bit further in your journey, then sometimes it's just better to delegate the laptop stuff and be in places where you get new ideas. So that was lesson 4. And with that being said, we are going to enjoy this beautiful sunset right now. And I hope you guys can hear the things I'm saying, because it's very windy. Alright guys, so we just finished the blood test. It was like 16 tubes, which is crazy. But to finish up this video, I have one more big insight I want to give you. So I've watched this video of Sam Ovens, the owner of school. And I see myself as a creative person, right? That's just, I don't know, I come up with all the ideas, the shots, the creative concepts in the business, and I'm less of an like organized, structured person. So in my head, when I create something, when I make a plan, it needs to be like super complicated. If it's not complicated, it's not going to work. That's just something that's in my head. And I think that's something creative persons tend to do. Like, it needs to be so crazy and big and whatever. But I watched this video of Sam Ovens, and it's an old video. It's called My Plan for 2022. He just shows what he is doing to make his yearly plan. Business, super simplified, super simple. Like I'll show you. This is like his whole business plan. This is everything. So he went, okay, what traffic sources do we have? What does the website look like? What products do we have? What funnels are we going to build? What is like the estimated profit and cost, like the P&L sheet? Then what is his team and who is responsible for what? And lastly, the goals he has. I literally took this concept and I created one myself. So this, what you see right here, is the updated plan. It's just my traffic sources, a sketch of the landing page, my products, the funnels I'm going to use, the active funnel, the funnels I still can test, my goal, my breakdown of the goal, like where does this money, this revenue needs to come from, what are the main actions I need to take, and who is responsible for what. This gave me so much clarity to just make an overview of everything that needs to happen and everything that needs to be done, instead of just having this big web of ideas in your head and all the things that maybe can be done and can be done in the future. This is the importance of just sitting down with yourself, reflecting, what is the goal? how are we going to get there? And just tick off all those very important boxes, like where's the traffic coming from? What products do we have? How does the funnel look like? Who's responsible for what? It's like basic shit, but most people don't even have the basic stuff in order, right? So you can focus on all these beautiful features and all these nice ideas, but if you don't have the basics down, then all these crazy ideas you have won't work. This is with everything in life. With fitness, if you do the basics, you can already get 80%. And then you can even make it crazier and detailed, and then you focus on like the small little details, and you can do it even better, and you focus on the 20%. But the 80% is just putting this down on paper, knowing exactly what steps to take, and just have that project overview. So that made a big difference for me as well. So immediately when I saw that video, I was creating one myself, and it gave me way more clarity on the direction I'm going to. So definitely something I would recommend. Make this overview for yourself, like how are you going to actually achieve the thing you are striving for. So yeah, that was it. Yeah, one last thing I want to say is I realized that we all have the same struggles. So maybe you look at me and you think, oh, I want to have that life. You want to make the same amount of money or whatever. And you think in your head like, oh, he doesn't have the fears I have. He doesn't have the struggles I have. I realized it doesn't matter what you're making. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey. We all have the same fucking fears. We all have the same insecurities. So I went, maybe I already said this, but I went to this mastermind here, and with a lot of guys who do a lot of money, like crazy profits, like hundreds of thousands a month. And I realized that they all have the same insecurities. They all have the same resistance towards specific things. But the only difference between those guys and the guys who are still sitting at home on the couch is that they don't attach themselves to the feelings. They know they have the feelings, but they just go through it and they do it anyway. That made me realize like, oh fuck, even the big guys have the same thoughts and fears and issues, but they just do it no matter how they feel. So let this be a lesson for you as well. Like if you have fears, if you have something that is holding you back, just know the people you look up to have the same issues. They have the same thoughts, but they just do it. That's the only difference. I'm here to say, go for it. Take the jump, take the leap. And it's crazy what can happen, but don't expect something to happen in a couple of months. Beautiful things take time, but you can do it. I believe everyone can do it as long as you just start and keep going. That's about it. So yeah, a little bit of a different video than usual. Like I didn't even had a gym session in this vlog, but I just reflected on my first month, and these lessons were the most important to me, and I hope you got some value out of it. And if so, like the video, please subscribe. It really helps the channel, and then I will see you in the next one. Ciao.